Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. I am back after an unplanned hiatus. I think I posted 2 videos at the beginning of last month, and then after that I did not post at all. I did have every intention on posting, but some things ended up not being done when I needed them to be done, and I was stressing out about other stuff that was non-book related, and things just kept piling up on top of each other. So after like that first week of not posting, I was just like, you know what, I think I'm gonna not post the next week, and then that turned into the rest of the month. So yeah, I'm back now, and as you can see, I am here to do a TBR for November. I do have quite an ambitious TBR, but the way I have been making my TBRs lately is I get a bunch of books that I would like to read and some that are for review or something like that, and then I will pick and choose from that list. But I'm trying to keep it pretty low-key. I feel like I've been kind of hard on myself about reading a lot. I feel like I have and haven't, because I don't say like I need to read this many books in a month. I've been trying to read a lot of books that are on my TBR, like my physical TBR, but because I've been taking books out from the library, I haven't really been doing that as much as I've been wanting to. So I've been hard on myself about that. So for the last 2 months of the year, instead of making my reading super stressful, I'm just gonna, like I said, give myself a list of books to choose from and just pretty much just read what I want, whether it's on the list or not. Like I said, I do have a basic TBR, and this is, ignore this page, I messed that up, but this is pretty much my list that I've made for this month, and it's a pretty long list, but I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to get to everything that's on this list. A lot of the books that are on this list that I just showed off to you guys are books that have been on my TBR for the past few months or for the majority of the year that I just haven't gotten around to, and obviously I've been wanting to read them, so I just keep moving them over if I don't get to them. I have already finished a book this month. I started it on the 30th of October and I ended up finishing it on November 2nd. So I'm not going to show that off in this video just because I've already read that, but it will pop up in a wrap up or something like that. But I figured, because some of those books, like I said, I have mentioned multiple times on multiple TBRs throughout the majority of this year, I'm not going to show those off again. Obviously, if I get to them, then I will show them in a wrap up. But for now, I'm just going to get to mostly new books, or books that I haven't talked about a whole lot. Starting off, I'm going to talk about the books that I need to read for the Wicked Spirits book club. There are 2 books that I need to read. First, I need to read Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. This was the pick for October. I haven't gotten around to it yet, and our live show is set right now at a tentative date of November 17th. And then the book that won the vote for November is Magic Bites by Alona Andrews. This is the first book in their Kate Daniel series. Also, I do have quite a few books checked out from the library at the moment. Pretty much all the books that I have checked out from the library that aren't rereads for me at the moment are all manga. I believe there's one comic, but everything else is manga. I actually picked up a lot of first volumes of different mangas from the library because the Dewey's 24-hour readathon took place a couple weekends ago, and I was participating in that, and my goal was to just read a bunch of manga. I only read one, and then I got sleepy because of my work schedule and everything like that, and I only read one thing that day, but that's fine. So I have a bunch of manga that are going to be expiring soon-ish, so I really want to get to those. I guess I can briefly go over some of those if you guys are curious about that. So I picked up The Promised Neverland, and I have volumes 1 through 3 of this series currently checked out. I actually need to read volume 1 because it expires on the 5th, which is the day that this video is going up. I also have Hana Kimi volume 1, and this is a gender bender. It's like a girl goes to an all-boys school disguised as a boy or something like that. is one of those type of stories. I also have Library Wars Volume 1. Also, I have Love's Battle Royale Volume 1. Boys Over Flowers Volume 1. Homomo Confessiri Volume 1. I probably butchered that. And then the last one that I currently have checked out from the library is the comic, and this is Self-Made. I'm not sure if this is Volume 1 or if it's a standalone comic. I don't know yet, but I do have that, and I've been meaning to read this for a couple months now, even though I haven't talked about it on my channel. I do also have a couple physical mangas that I really want to get to. So I have Food Wars Volume 32 by Yudo Sakuda. This came in for me last month, so it's kind of a sneak peek into my October book haul, but this came in and I still haven't read it yet, so I want to get to this one this month if possible. Also, this is kind of a stand-in because I don't have the physical copy of the next volume, but volume 43 of Skip Beat by Yoshiki Nakamura is coming out the day that this video is going up, on the 5th, so I will probably be reading that as soon as possible. I'll probably take that with me to work on the 5th, the night of the 5th, as long as it comes to the door or I have it that day. And the last set of mangas that I have on my list, if I have time, like I said, I'm not going to stress myself out, but this was one of my series that I wanted to get to this year, and that is Everyone's Getting Married by Azumi Miyazano. I only took out the first volume, but there are 9 volumes of this series, and it just finished up this year, so I figured if I have the time, which I think I might just take a day and just binge this entire series because they're really quick to get through. And then the last few books that I'm going to talk about, which I feel like is still quite a bit, are just some random books that were, some of these were on my TBR, you have seen them, but only like 1 or 2 months, and then others are just ones that I picked up recently or came out recently. So I have Slay by Brittany Morris. I also have the 2 books that came in the October Outcry box, which I didn't do an unboxing because, like I said earlier in this video, I wasn't posting on my channel, so you can feel free to go find unboxings. I'm sure people have them up on YouTube. But I have I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Naz Rishi, and then the other book that also came in the October Outcry box was Crier's War by Nina Varela. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's kind of shiny, but yeah, 2 books came in the October Outcry box, so I would like to get to both of these this month. And the last few books are ones that I have been wanting to read that have come out in the last couple months, or 2 of these have come out this year. The other one, the final book in the trilogy, came out this year, and I just have not gotten to these yet. But I have Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. Then I have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. And finally, the last book that I'm going to talk about in this TBR video is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. This was another one of the books that I had in my series to read for the year. Obviously, I haven't read the entire series, and I probably won't read the entire series before the end of the year, but I do want to at least get through this first book. I know that I put this up on Twitter. I can't remember if I mentioned it here or not, but I'm just under 50 subscribers to getting to 1,000, and I would really like to have 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. If you guys could share and have people subscribe if you enjoy my content, that would be amazing, just to help me out. I don't usually do all of that, but I'm so close, and I like that. That's been one of my accomplishments since I pretty much started my channel a few years ago now, so I just want to make that go before the end of the year. That would be great. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. It is going up a little bit later, but let me know what you guys are planning on reading in November if you have a specific TBR. If not, let me know what some books that you have been meaning to read this year that you haven't gotten to yet that you would like to finish before the end of the year. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again in the next one.